Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video today. Today we have another video from Stallion. You guys know the deal. You see how I'm on the page right now. Get out of here. Go to this man's channel. Hit that subscribe. You see it? Look, you see that right there? You see that red button? Boom! Hit it. Follow this man. He knows what he's talking about, okay? I'm gonna watch this video. I haven't watched it yet, but it's just so funny because this is the FIFA 19 shooting epidemic video, okay? And it's so funny that he made this video because, you guys know Stallion. You guys know I've reviewed his videos before. This guy collects clips, okay? And then he makes videos like this. And it's so funny because I streamed yesterday and I hate the finishing with the deepest passion, right? Because it makes no sense. Every game is irrelevant nowadays, right? Especially if you don't have a complete God squad. Let me explain to you why. You guys know my tweet from yesterday. I said EA are actually scum for never fixing the finishing in this game. Because if you guys saw that video that I made 2 weeks into the game, I was like, time finishing, the reason why people are using time finishing more than anything is because 1v1 finishing is so bad. And then what happens? Half a year later, we still deal with the same thing. So this year is dusted. It really is. It's a dusted game. This is the most irrelevant video game I have ever played in my entire existence. It is so fucking terrible that, like, the acid that drips from the garbage, right, is better than this, okay? So I'm curious to watch this video because I like Stallion's videos. He knows what he's talking about, right? So let me just get that desktop audio for you guys and let's do it. Let's watch this video. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in. I'm gonna be airplane, friggin' airplane dude, be like I can't think of the word right now. I'm gonna be a pilot and we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the thing that goes to the thing and comes from the thing. All right, let's get it.
Greetings and welcome
Greetings,
to
Stallion.
another video. My name is Stallion. As usual, thank you so much to everybody for recent support of my videos. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Especially don't forget to follow me on Twitch. Come join the fun in the live streams. A select few of us have a really good community full of banter. We like pretty much live versions of my videos while we play the game. We discuss all things FIFA, football, so be sure not to miss out and come join the fun. Nonetheless, today, I wanted to do another shooting video. We've made 2 shooting videos before, the most recent one being about stats, why stats don't matter, and the one before that was about how timed finishing was like the biggest mistake in FIFA 19, so definitely check those out if you haven't already. But this is kind of like a part 3, but not necessarily because it's not necessarily directly related. I definitely think FIFA 19 has caused a shooting epidemic. People are shooting just for the sake of shooting.
Yeah.
And I'll prove that to you today.
Yeah.
And it's just one of the many reasons, along with passing and croquetas and all these weird things in this game.
Look at that. Why is he shooting?
I think because they exist, the foundation of competitive FIFA is a fraud. Like, there's a skill gap in this game, but it's in all the wrong places. If you can pass so easily, if you can shoot through the legs, if you can do all these weird things that exploit the game, at that point, to me personally, the foundation of this game doesn't exist at a competitive level. There is no competitive FIFA in my eyes. I don't care who wins, how many times they win. I just don't rate the game. Of course, there's a skill gap, but to me, the skill gap in this game is in all the wrong areas. And so let's start with some replays, right? The first replay I wanted to look was a shot from myself. If I can find it, here it is, right? So we start here with Perisic. We shoot. It looks good, right? And here, it's not necessarily that I shoot for the sake of shooting, because shooting for the sake of shooting is something that I'm going to stress a lot of importance on in this video. I shoot, and rightly so, right? If you think you have a shot, I'm not saying you shouldn't shoot. Go for it. Like, shoot. Do what you got to do. But I'm just saying that if you shoot when you shouldn't shoot, if you shoot also for the sake of shooting, and maybe you didn't shoot for the sake of shooting, you just didn't realize you had a block trajectory, then it shouldn't go in. And in this chance, I shot, and it was the right decision to shoot. I had a decent space, but I shot on the wrong side. It goes through my opponent's AI defender right here because he was standing right here. It's not like he goes that far out of his way to block it. I should have shot first post, and it should have been a goal, right? Would it have let me score first post? Maybe, maybe not. I'm just saying, in an ideal FIFA, this shot gets blocked by this defender because he's blocking the second post because I should be shooting first post. In an ideal FIFA, once I make the correct decision, this is one of those first post shots that is fine to go in. I think there's a lot of OP shots, first post.
The reason why I don't mind this as much is because he's not actually controlling him, so.
Shots that shouldn't go in.
But should he be blocking it in a general sense in that general area? Yeah, he should. But the thing is, though, is that before we get into this again, if he takes that shot near post, like he says, he doesn't know if he's going to score it or not because his shooting accuracy is dog shit in this game, right? So it's not like a thing of skill where it's like, oh, he's blocking the far post, let me go near post now, right? So
and that go in, but that's a different topic in itself. And so if we go into the next clip, you know, you've seen this before. This used to be a huge issue before. First time.
This is not a first time finesse shot anymore, guys. This is a first time shot. Just you holding B and then tapping B. It's still in the game, but it's in the form of just shooting it now. You don't finesse it. You don't hold R1 or RB.
Shot, finesse, green timed, and it goes in, right? This is a shooting for the sake of shooting. You know, I guarantee you my opponent didn't see some kind of gap here where he could shoot from. The only thought that went through his head, ball's coming towards me, you know, first touches in this game are bad. Best bet here is just shoot for the sake of shooting. Green time it first time.
It is for the sake of shooting.
Patch that nerfed these types of shots helped a lot. This type of stuff still happens, and it really shouldn't. This is not a good shot choice. This is nothing more than a shot for the sake of shooting.
Yeah.
Goes in. You know, I don't care if it's green timed. You know, green timing your shot doesn't entitle you to a goal. You also have to shoot from the right angles, and we're gonna see more of that here. Here, it's like, you know, first of all, improper use of La Croqueta right here.
Because he goes into the defender.
That could be a video in itself, and it'll probably be something I make in the future. He does a La Croqueta to barge into me, right? La Croqueta is supposed to be a reactionary skill move. A skill move you do to react away from an incoming defender. Instead, he does a La Croqueta here like most people do to into my player to try and draw a weird rebound, draw a foul, a penalty, or something like that, because he has no idea what he's doing. He's just doing things because they're broken. He's not thinking. He's not thinking other than the fact that he knows he's broken, and then he shoots. As a result of the overpoweredness of La Croquetas, he does this. And he gets the ball, and then he decides to shoot. And as we're going to see from the replay post-game, after the improper use of La Croqueta, his shot is horrible. It should not be a goal. It should be blocked because it goes right through the legs of Perisic. Not only does it go right through the legs of Perisic, it literally morphs through part of his leg and shorts and ends up being a favorable shot for him, but it gets better. It gets better. This shot that was just made randomly, there was no thought process behind him, also goes through De Gea's hands in a way, like it's obviously he does touch it a little bit, but with this much contact, with this much of his hand on the ball, there's no way this should go in. No chance. But it still does go in, and so this shot, which was awful and didn't account for any of my opponent's surroundings, still goes in, and that's pretty much FIFA. FIFA 19, the shooting epidemic. The shooting epidemic, which we're going to see more here. Look at this chance, right? Green timed, you're going to be like, oh, he timed it. Should be a goal. I'm in an unfortunate situation here as a defender, so I'm selecting him. And instead of barging out and pressuring the ball holder, I decide to mark this run, and I'm waiting to the last second to make my move. I'm waiting to see what his move is, right? I'm making him make the first move, and he does. Instead of making, like, the really smart play to do here, if you're the offensive player and you see that the defensive player is marking the run, is, all right, you're not going to pressure me. I'm going to keep dribbling slowly this way, right? That would have put me in a real difficult position. Instead, he takes my bait, he passes to Ronaldo, and now this is football, man. Football is also a lot about marking spaces and giving your opponent only room to shoot in areas which are low percentage shots. So the thought process here is cover as much of the second post as possible because my keeper is on the first post. He has the tiniest of angles here to shoot. So really this should result, at worst for me, it should result in a corner for him after my keeper saves and it goes out, right? It's a first time shot as well. And just because he greens it, it goes first post. The whole idea of football so many times, like you're marking a Robin, right? Arjen Robin, you know he's got his left foot. So what do? You cover the left, let him cut to the right on his right foot, right? That's part of football. You cut someone's dominant foot and you make them go on their weak foot. You cover the second post and you make him shoot first post where the goalie's already there, right? You give him something that you know is 99.9% of the time going to favor you, just so you can avoid him shooting the shot that would actually hurt you. That's part of football. That's football IQ. That's logic. And it doesn't work in this game because you, with a green shot, not only are you entitled to shoot through someone's legs, like we saw in the example earlier with his shot that went through my Perisic's legs, but you're also entitled to score from stupid angles because the shot is so powerful. And this has created a shooting epidemic where people shoot from everywhere. And here we go again, right? This is a tough situation for me. So what am I thinking here? I'm thinking I need to put pressure in this area with this guy, because if he passes it down, I want to bait him to make this pass down, right? And the right answer, he does the right thing, right? He should be shooting in this situation.
Yeah.
But he shoots the wrong side of the net.
He does, yeah.
He shoots upwards.
Yeah.
When what I did here is like, okay, you want to take a shot, you're going to have...
If Neymar takes that touch downwards like that, but again, there's no logic in this game, so it's not like a guaranteed thing. If he takes his touch downwards and does a left-footed finesse shot to the left side, wouldn't be a goal I would concede that I'd be upset about. But him shooting it like that, this doesn't make any sense for him to do.
To take a touch down, dribble downwards, and shoot second post here. Right? Because that's how
Because you're blocking the fullback area.
Second man press on this guy so he tracks him a little bit, the ball holder, and I've moved this guy more this way in case he does make a pass, so I'm able to react in both instances. And he makes the wrong choice. He shoots first post, it goes through this guy's legs, and he scores. Like, a lot of people in this instance will say, oh, but you're not selecting him. But guys, that's not enough for me, man. I don't have to select someone. You have to punish the bad offensive choice.
It's true.
Football is...
That's what I tell people all the time, right? Because but you can't blame the person scoring this either, because there is no logic to the finishing in this game. That's why yesterday I was getting so fucking angry at this game, because the finishing makes no sense. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like I said, all this opening space that he has here, and he knows that this defender is here, if he takes his touch downwards and then shoots it near post, it's not a bad goal to concede. But when he shoots this over here, when this guy is standing here, it's just idiotic. It's the same thing with his Perisic shot. But you can't blame it, because it doesn't mean you're going to score them,
The game of decisions. Football is a game of reactions, decisions, and all that.
Who in real life is going to take a shot to the right side here? Who's going to do that if a defender's standing right there? Nobody.
Stuff. And if in this split moment you do not have the presence of mind to shoot the side that is not covered, aka this side, because I've gone down to cover this pass, he's covering up, so your best bet is to like I said, take a touchdown, shoot this side, then you don't deserve to score. You're not entitled to shoot through my legs because I'm not selecting him. The skill gap in football is also largely based on decision making. And here, this is the Danny Hagebook. If you don't know Danny Hagebook, he's a pro player. He does these type of goals as well. Just a quick little lob pass into the striker, first time shot, boom, goal.
Can't score 1v1s, but can score those.
I mean, this is pretty much the epitome of FIFA 19, turning into the closest thing to basketball at possible.
and this it does a bounce pass too for him, bro.
Possible, right? Basketball, a lot of teams, if you have a lot of three-point specialists, you're going to work the ball around the perimeter, and you're just going to take jump shots despite how many people are blocking you, because your three-point specialists are going to be able to shoot with someone blocking them, right? This is it. This is the football equivalent. You're just going to shoot regardless of the fact that you haven't done
Brainless,
anything to create a reasonable shot, regardless of anything, because you know it works. You're not attacking anymore. You're not being creative anymore. You're not
It's so if you guys watch my Portuguese team video and you go to the last parts of the video and you saw Quaresma's miss, how do I not score that with Quaresma, but you can score fucking idiotic volleys like this? People think that this is cool. This is a skilled goal. It's not. This is more accurate than settling the ball and going for a 1v1.
Spaces that are available to you and then making...
Oh, this is so idiotic, man.
...decisions on the fly. You're essentially just going for broken stuff that you know works. There is no more creativity in FIFA. At least it's at an all-time low. The shooting epidemic this is what it looks like. And if we look at this play, which there's a lot of issues already. The fact that he's ping-ponged his way up the field is already pretty interesting. But, it is what it is.
Shouldn't get that.
That pass as well that goes over him. Here, I bait the pass this way, intercepted, goes back to him.
It goes back to him, yeah.
Then here,
go through your legs, and then a first time shot. That's
with
disgusting.
Aubameyang through my Militao's legs.
This is what was happening to me yesterday. This exact shit is what was happening to me yesterday.
It's blocked. I shouldn't have to be selecting to block this pass because he did a horrible pass. But even then, if you're one
Look at him just shooting with the defense. Look how brainless this game is. Look at him just shooting when there's a guy right there.
I'm selecting him. Goes through my legs. And into the Dybala, a first-time shot. No thought process, dude. This is like... I've never seen a FIFA iteration. Like, it's always been a case where you play someone who's not good and he's too hasty. He brushes his shots too much, etc., etc., and he'll just shoot every time he's in the box.
The skill in this game, man, is fucking non-existent, bro. It's disgusting.
But I have never seen it to this degree where people just shoot instantly when they're within X amount of meters of the goal. Like, no shot process. Look at Dybala's position. This, you know what you're supposed to do here? You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to trap the ball, maybe do a scoop turn. You maybe do a scoop turn, and you cut inside.
Fake shot outside.
And then you get rid of the center back, and then you shoot.
Yeah.
Or maybe you first time fake shot to take the touch inside. Or maybe you fake going inside, you fake shot, you go up, and you have the space up here, and you shoot that way. Like, you don't first time shoot this. You're not supposed to.
Nope.
Because
it's fucking stupid.
In theory, I don't care if David Villa has a 5-star weak foot. The body position, he's covered. He's under pressure. Do you know how hard it is to pull this shot off first time?
So
first
stupid.
Post as well, where my keeper is supposed to be there.
Stupid.
This is atrocious, thoughtless attacking that rewards lazy decision making in players. But this is FIFA 19, and this is the status quo. This is what happens all the time.
Yeah. First time shot.
And here, of course.
Yeah.
This is a situation itself. The
first
shot. Like,
once you see this transition right here.
Of course. This is a situation itself. The first shot, like, I don't... If you shoot this, I don't blame you, right?
First time shot inside the 18 in that hot box area inside the 18-yard box, I don't mind. For me personally, I don't mind that. If he scored that, if his player... Was he controlling him?
First shot, like, I don't... If you shoot this, I don't blame you, right?
Good block there, though. He was controlling the guy, so I like that. That's not when you're controlling the AI does the shit for you. I don't even mind that, right? But first time shot inside this general area, I'm totally cool with that. I am cool with it. I am. But it's funny because if he settles this shot, if he settles this ball, he doesn't score this opportunity. Settling doesn't make your goal scoring opportunity a higher percentage. It's so dumb. And then he gets this stupid flick up.
I'm not gonna hate you because you shoot this.
So flick up, and then the flick up, because the ball is in the air, it's also accurate. When you flick the ball up, it's accurate.
At the game that despite you shooting this and despite me blocking it, it still ends up in a goal. Obviously, it's football, and like occasionally, you know, random things happen, but these things happen so often this year. It's clear as day to me that they do. It's not a factor. It's not like I'm salty about this specific game. I've been using clips from the same 10 games for the past 15 videos.
Yep.
Because I haven't even made 15 videos for all the videos. You know why? Because it's so easy to find issues. I'm not nitpicking here. It's just this frequent. That's the problem here, right? And this situation as well stems from an issue. Like, if you go up and down the field long enough, this situation happens where, you know, the winger cuts inside and you're in an awkward situation and you have to block it with your fullback, which happens here. He does block it, but it still ends up here. It's just a shoot for the sake of shooting. Here is like the pay-to-win aspect of shooting for the sake of shooting, because just to pass into Khalid, and, you know, a whole topic in itself is the fact that my defense drops back even though I don't want them to, even though I have 7 bars of death in my custom tactics. You know, but that's a whole other video that we'll talk about soon. But he just presses shoot. Like, you cannot allow someone to just press shoot and the game turns them around for him, right? The skill gap should be having the presence of mind of realizing you have this space, trapping the ball, or not even trapping, first time fake shotting, turning around to then shoot. You can't just shoot with your back to the wall, dude, or the back to the goal, and then the game turns the player for you just because it's R9. Like, I don't care if you spent $5,000 on the game to have R9. You're not entitled to cheat me to a loss or to cheat me to an undeserved goal, especially if you're going to mix competitive FIFA and foot, because this is Division Rivals and FUT Champions gameplay, right? You know, you might say Division Rivals is a casual mode, but when you add skill rating, at that point, it becomes sort of competitive FIFA, especially
more
the higher
competitive than FUT
skill
Champs.
rating sections. But this goal is horrible. Lazy, bro. Lazy offensive play. The epidemic, the shooting epidemic in FIFA is extremely real, and
shooting.
this chance caused me to rage quit.
Look at how he just shoots randomly, man.
The epidemic, the shooting epidemic.
Why are you shooting there?
In FIFA,
and then he gets the ball back, first time shot again. Oh my god, man! This is pissing me off because this is exactly what happened to me yesterday, and I was freaking the fuck out, man.
Chance caused me to rage quit because, like, why would you want to play at this point, right? It's first half, everything to play for, but like, I just don't want to waste my time playing when you shoot into my defender, rebounds back to you, which I know it can happen. But then again, you don't even take a touch. You don't dribble down this way. You try
so
to do
brainless,
nothing.
man.
You just
oh
reshoot
my god, they've
they've
literally made this game for idiots, man.
Extremely tight. You've gone through no effort whatsoever to create anything. It's just you're just shooting. You're just pressing the shot button over and over with no process. And this relates to the video I made last time about FIFA stats lying. You're going to play tons of games where people just shoot for the sake of shooting. Here's another example
Guy
of football
standing
IQ
right
going
there.
down the drain. In this split second, I've made 7 thoughts at once.
I'm just going to start shooting now, I swear to God.
Because you have to be a fast thinker defensively. And it might not look like it because I haven't done much. But I've gone through the thought process of realizing that this center back is covering this run. Also, thanks to my second man press that I start to activate at this point. So he's covering him enough to make this a very closed angle shot, right? And at the same time, I'm coming in from behind him to sort of cage him in. That's my thought process. I'm thinking, right? I'm predicting. Had this been a different situation where maybe there was a runner, I would have then selected him and trying to bait the pass, right? And then manually select him. But in this situation, it makes complete sense for me to cage him in. Whereas he's just thinking, shoot. Just literally one thought, just to shoot. With a finesse, okay, he's in the box, but like this is just not enough of an angle for me to be warranted as a goal. It literally goes inches above his knee. Apologies that I can't provide you guys with the replay. I forgot to save the post-game replay. And it just goes inches above into the first post with a classic goalkeeper animation where he just falls over like a log instead of actually diving. You know, he doesn't actually fall, like jump. He just falls over like a log. First post finesse, it's just not enough to warrant a goal.
That's such a fact with the falls over by like a log thing.
It's not enough. And I understand that people are going to say, but FIFA 19 defensive AI is so good. These goals have to be goals. I'm not talking about FIFA 19. I'm just saying in a perfect FIFA, assuming there isn't, you know, offensive or defensive OP AI, these shots have to be blocked for the sake of football integrity and decision making. Like this, it's too easy. It's too easy. Here we go. Nothing to say here other than the fact that he just passes it in. First time shots with no, which is fair enough. It's a tight space. You're just rolling the dice. I don't blame him for shooting. I blame the game for allowing this to go in because this goes through Varane's legs. Right here, it happens really quickly, but this goes through his legs. Again, apologies, I couldn't provide you guys with a post-game replay. Sometimes I lose them, the ones where you can zoom in. Goes through his legs. Again, I don't blame you for shooting this. You're going to roll the dice. I blame the game for allowing this to go in so consistently. Nutmegs in this game go in all the time. And then here, my green shot, right? Looks good, right?
So stupid,
It's just
man.
a pass into Perisic. I green
Look
time
how
the first
he's
time
caged,
shot
bro.
for the sake.
He's literally caged, and he's getting this through people, man. You know, I never take these shots. I swear to God, if you guys ever watched my gameplay, you could go watch those 2 games that I played with the Portuguese team. I never take these shots, man, ever, because logically it doesn't make sense for you to get through like that, man. This is just stupid, bro. Like, do a fake shot backwards, maybe make that pass upwards, you know? Have a skilled concept. No, bro. He shoots through 3 players caging him.
Of shooting, I was like, it's a decent position. Let me see if what can happen. And I do get the goal, but I shouldn't. And why is that? Because you can see for the replay, a green shot somehow entitles me for this nutmeg. And somehow entitles me to score a Manuel Neuer on his first post. Like this. No, dude, no. Like, look at Manuel Neuer's hand as well. It's like it bends backwards. Why are you bending your hand backward? Why are you, like, going away from the ball? Why is it going through his legs? I don't care if I green time this shot. This has to be saved. It has to be saved. It
And
has to be
blocked.
blocked. I don't care if I green timed it. It's a poor decision on my end. It cannot be a goal. Absolutely, it cannot. And here from kickoff, we speed it up, and we're going to see this guy's goal. He took a long time through kickoff to build this situation. And again, one touch and shoot.
So stupid. I can't watch this. It's like you're so brainless. This is why I'm saying this game is made for idiots. This is pissing me off because I keep saying it, but this is what was happening to me yesterday, man. It's so fucking idiotic that people get rewarded for just shooting the ball randomly, man.
One touch and shoot. And you might be asking, why am I not switching into David Luiz here? Because I can see with my
the
second
run,
press,
exactly.
it's enough to move my David Luiz right here, right in front of Messi, and I'm just worried about blocking this pass right now. I'm trying to do two things at once here. Cover Messi, not even cover, just put a man in front of Messi for a split second to give me the time to block this pass. That's what I'm thinking. And then I notice that I cover this run, so I'm like, he's got this blocked. He's going to have to pass it to Hullet if he wants to do something, but he goes for the shot. He goes for the shot despite being blocked, and what do you know? It's through his legs. Again, it's a shooting epidemic in this game, and the shooting epidemic has always arguably been in FIFA. A lot of people would always take this shot, but how many times would this shot get blocked in other FIFAs? I would argue a lot more times than in FIFA 19 and 18. 18 and 19 were the games of FIFA of nutmeg epidemics. It started in 17 as well, but 18 and 19 nutmegs take it to a whole new level. This is why there's a shooting epidemic in this game, because this gets rewarded. This needs to stop, man. This needs to stop. Nutmegs like this are very hard to come by, and that's even ignoring the fact that David De Gea again falls over like a log instead of diving. But that's what I think, guys. I know a lot of people don't
go subscribe to this guy. This guy knows what he's talking about, dude. I'm telling you, like, oh. There's a picture frame over there with this face cam thing. I never knew that was actually a thing there. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, man. That's this is why this game is so hard for me to stream. Like, some people have been saying, like, why I haven't been streaming recently and whatever. But, like, this is the reason why. Because thoughtless, brainless, idiotic plays get rewarded in this game. But when you actually break down the opposition, settle the ball, and shoot, they fluff the shot, they miss the shot, they fuck up the shot. But people can score these stupid volleys, these first-time shots, these El Tornado crosses. Like, this game is so irrelevant, man. Anyone who takes credit for winning in this game, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. Because if you play this game enough, you know how broken it is, man. And it's broken in every single aspect imaginable. I have to be the guy to say it because it's true. This is the most brainless, thoughtless game I've ever played in my entire life. The skill-based concept of learning to get better in this game is irrelevant. You guys want to see some good goals? Go watch my Portuguese gameplay video. Go see the goals that I scored in that game. And tell me one goal that was shit in that game. Those are the goals that I go for because they make sense. Because they're skilled concept goals. I didn't just shoot randomly through people. I worked the space to score them. And then go see the Quaresma miss afterwards when I outskilled my opponent, got inside the 18, and he hits the fucking post. This game's broken, man. It's literally the most irrelevant. Score lines mean fuck all in this game, man. They mean absolutely fuck all. Unless you abuse the game mechanics and you just shoot randomly. People are like, oh, but so-and-so can get this. Look at the way they're playing, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the way they are playing for them to win their games. Look at the shots they are taking. It's the same shit as this. Because people play this game off of randomness to win. Okay? That's pretty much it, guys. Stallion's a god. I'm going to review more of his gameplay videos because this guy knows what he's talking about, right? Be sure to go check out his channel. Be sure to subscribe. Say what's up to him. Good guy, knows what he's talking about, all right? Peace out, my dudes. Love you guys. You guys have yourself a good day, all right? Peace out. I might stream today because, for God forsaken, I chose this game 5 years ago to stream, so now I have to hope next year is good because this game is fucking irrelevant, man.